Hi and welcome back to my channel, and if it's your first time here, welcome. My name's Simone. Today I'm making a quick video and it's going to be quite informal. I wanted to do a review of Thriva and I wanted to talk about my test results and also why I took these tests. So if I can, I will put timestamps below, so if you want to fast forward then you can do, but if you can watch this video and watch it right to the end, I would really appreciate it because it really helps my channel. So I saw Thriva on Amy Helena's channel. I will link her channel above if you'd like to check her out. And I saw that she'd had some blood tests like thyroid and things like that. And I know that, like, say at a GP doctors in the UK or here on the Isle of Man, you can get certain tests, but they don't test for everything like omega-3s and things like that, and that's what I wanted to get tested. So I went on the website and I went through a cashback website called Honey. I don't know if you've heard of it before. If you haven't, I will leave a link down below. But it helps you to find like discount codes instead of you having to go and manually look. So I managed to get quite a big discount. There was a refer a friend on Amy Helena's channel which was £10 off. But this, I think it got me like £30 or £40 or something like that off these tests that I took. So I went through the questionnaire and it suggested different tests for me to get, but I added some on, so you're going to see what I added on here. Everything was all pretty straightforward. I ordered it, it came in a couple of days. The instructions were really clear. One suggestion would be is if you are going to take the test, read the instructions the night before, because it's best to do it in the morning, like on an empty stomach, and if you're well hydrated. So I did the test, and I hope this is not too much information, but when I pricked my finger, at first there wasn't much blood coming out, but then I was massaging it down like that, and then blood started going everywhere. I was so worried that it was just going to get all over the box, because you have to send the box back. Managed to fill both little vials, do everything that they asked, and then I sent it back. My results took, I think it was 8 working days. It did say that it could be up to 10 working days because I had the omega-3 and omega-6 test, so I think they take longer. The results came back, so they emailed me, and if they have an app as well, so they can keep you in the loop on the like what's going on with your tests. And then I really liked the doctor's report. It was all like straightforward and gave me the heads up on everything. So if I can, I will put some like bits of the report in here, but you'll see like the different levels and what's optimal and what's not. So with the omega-3, I had a feeling that they would be low because I've been eating predominantly plant-based, and so I've not been taking any fish oils, and not been having like oily fish and things like that. So what I've started doing, they did recommend a vegan omega-3 tab, like capsules on there, but I managed to find these. There was like a really good review of them on Amazon. I'm not being sponsored, by the way. I will link these down below if you want to check them out. They're called Opti3 omega-3 EPA and DHA from microalgae, 300 mgs of EPA and 500 mgs of DHA plus vegan D3, and you get 60 capsules. So I've already finished one lot of these. You take 2 a day. They're not I mean, I know some people might struggle to take this size, but for me, no problem whatsoever. I am taking some other like vitamins and minerals. I can make a video on that. By the way, I'm not a doctor or anything. I'm not suggesting anyone takes these. I just want to share my experience. My iron store levels, they were low. I was expecting that because throughout the years my iron levels have fluctuated, especially when I've been pregnant. But I did do a video on these when I was pregnant. This Spatone water is naturally rich iron water in Wales, and I find that this form of iron is much more gentler on my digestive system. When I was having the pills, too much information, but I get constipated, and every time I'd go and get my levels checked when I was pregnant with my first child, they would never go up, and then I was going to have a home birth, and then I ended up having to go into hospital because of my iron levels. But with my second and third child, I started on these, and if I didn't have them for a few weeks and my iron levels dropped, they would say, oh, I'll give you a prescription for the pills, because they won't give you a prescription for these. I started having these again, and then the levels would rise like within a week, and I could just feel better off I could tell instantly that it was working anyway. It tastes like iron, but it just looks like water. So I have that with a squeeze of lemon because vitamin C is meant to help the absorption of iron. So yeah, so I've been having the iron, and like I said, I've been having other things like vitamin D3 with K2, because my iron levels, they said that they was okay, but they're not at an I don't think there was like an optimal level, and we're coming up to like winter, so I thought it's probably best for me to start having a supplement of that. What I was surprised about was the B12 though. I mean, I've been having plant milk, so I'm assuming that there's a lot of B12 in that, but he said that it was really high, but apparently there's no danger in relation to that. So in regards to the omega-3 and omega-6, as you'll see, it says that my omega-3 to 6 ratio is really high. So I'm assuming that because I've been having like plant butters, say like grapeseed oil, cooking and things like that, and then not getting in oily fish and things, and you know, stuff like that, maybe that's why the ratio is like that. But I was reading that some people's is like 1 to 100, which is really high, because what I've read is, again, I'm not a doctor, please do your own research, but what I've read is that omega-6 is like inflammatory, got more chance of heart disease, and then it's kind of like if you're not getting enough omega-3s, and you can suffer with them types of things as well. So it's going to be interesting to see. Even though they've said you don't need to retest for that for another 6 months, I'm going to have a look and see how long it can take from supplementing for it to increase, and say if it can be done in 2 or 3 months, then I want to retest, because I think they've said, like, I'm in a subscription and you can retest in November. So I'm not going to retest testosterone, my diabetes or my thyroid, but I'd like to retest omega-3 and 6 again, my iron and kidney function, because on the report it was saying that it was a little bit abnormal, but it could have just been that I wasn't hydrated. So yeah, so I'm going to retest again in November. If you'd like me to make up a follow-up video to let you know whether I've managed to you know, whether the levels have changed and everything, then please let me know. Things that I've been changing as well is I have been eating a lot better. If you've seen my food hauls, because I do food hauls, and like I've got a couple of what I ate in a day and things like that, but I thought that I was eating predominantly well. So I've been changing up things a little bit, and I've been trying to walk a little bit more. I'm not at my optimal weight. So I mean, the reason why I took the test in the first place, it wasn't just because of my weight, it was because of my energy levels. I've been talking about it in previous videos where I've been feeling really fatigued, hormonal. I've not long stopped breastfeeding, so I didn't know if that had something to do with it. And obviously if I've been eating more plant-based foods, I didn't want to be relying a lot on processed like items, but I don't know, I just feel like now not so much, because I do feel like my energy levels are a lot more, and I'm feeling a lot more I don't know, more back to myself. But for a while, like I said, I was like suffering from insomnia. I don't want to really show a photo here, but my tongue, it was swollen, and it just looked like there was cuts all over my tongue. It was really painful. I was getting a really like dry scalp, and I was swollen, and no matter what I did when it came to eating wise and things like that, I just wasn't able to shift the weight, which isn't like me. But I am coming up to 40 soon, so I didn't know whether that's got something to do with it. So I thought it'd be just a good idea for me to get a load of different tests, see how I am, and then if any of them came back abnormal, then I could go to my GP and then see if they could do a follow-up. With my iron, like he said on the, you know, don't just take iron supplements because there could be like another issue. I really do feel like it's my menstrual cycles, because they really are heavy. But if I get retested and they've not shifted, then I will be making a doctor's appointment. So I think that's about it really. If you do have any questions about the process, about ordering, anything like that, please leave me a comment. I'm also going to put down, because when I went on the app, they do have a refer a friend. So if you are thinking about ordering, you can get £10 off your first order, and then I would get £10 off any other orders in the future. So if you are thinking about using them, please use my code, so then you can get a discount and I can get one as well. I'd really appreciate that. But I hope that you liked this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.